Hello and welcome to my channel Grilled in Colors. This is Ritu Agarwal and today we are going to make a beautiful tag using simple technique. So let's start. You'll need a strip of paper that is a thick paper, so you can use 100 GSM at least, and then a decoupage napkin and then brush, some puncher to punch holes in the paper to make the tag, white glue, and you will need some more materials which is optional. If you have it, it's going to add value. Otherwise you can use some uh, it's not important, you can just paint it on the sides instead of archival ink or distressing. So and any kind of thread you can use for the tag. Okay, so let's get started. So we'll first cut the paper into the paper strip to make the tag. So I already have it cut in the strip, but I'm just cutting it to make it more uniform. And I am taking 2 sheets of paper because my paper is 100 GSM, but it is not very thick. So just to make it more thick, I am adding 2 sheets of paper to same size of paper, and I'm punching a hole, and then I'll stick those 2 sheets of paper using the mixture of white glue and a little water. So you can see I have 2 sheets of paper cut to equal size, and then I have punched a hole in middle at top, and some extra bits of pieces we can remove by cutting it smoothly using scissor. Now we take white glue in a bowl, and in 1:1 ratio we will mix some water to this white glue. So because this tag is very small, so I'm taking a little white glue. There's no specific measurement, just you can have an idea of 1:1 ratio and take a little glue and equal amount of water and mix it well. And once it is mixed well, then you can apply it so that you can stick both the pieces of paper. So if you have already thick piece, you don't need to do this step. You can directly jump to the next step. And I'm doing it because my paper doesn't seem to be very sturdy or very thick. So you can use handmade paper, you can use any thick paper. Usually handmade papers are a little thicker ones. So okay, so we have pasted the paper and made it thick. It will take some 1 or 2 minutes to dry up and hold good. After that you can just check whether it is smooth on the sides or not. And here is my decoupage napkin. So you can choose any napkin as per your choice, as per your print, but usually you should take something which has base as white, because your base is white, so the edges will blend easily when you put glue and paste the decoupage napkin on your paper. And there's always a thin layer of tissue in decoupage napkin, so either the napkin can be 2-ply or 3-ply, or sometimes it is just 1 layer. So I've removed the base layer, and now we are ready to stick it. So using our mixture of white glue and water, I'm going to paste this napkin over the tag so that it gets the design. You can apply thin layer of glue and then very carefully place the napkin so that you don't tear it. Just be careful and try to minimize the amount of wrinkles which comes automatically. You can also use transparent sheet to ease out the wrinkles. Otherwise the brush is, if the surface is not too big, then you can use the brush. So you can ease out using brush as well from inside to outside, so that there is no wrinkles, and you can stick the napkin properly on the paper and allow it for some time to dry. So you can use hair dryer if you want to dry it faster or speed up the process. So I left it for some time and it is dried up now. Now I'm going to do the distressing on the edges, just to make it little more beautiful and blend the background along with the design. So I'll be using stamps. There are two kinds of stamps, which is clear stamp and rubber stamp, which you can see. So I'm using clear stamp right now, that is a script stamp, and this is a rubber stamp, just to give it a little more design in the background, just so that the napkin blends with the background and doesn't look too bright. So you can just rub. There are two ways of distressing. One is you can use the sponge or the blender and use the ink and then rub it around the edges, or you can directly use the distress ink around the edges, so that you get the distress effect. Now I'm going to use color splash. So color splash is just again to add a little more brown to the distressing. So I'm using a sponge and a splash color, just to blend the edges, because you won't like. So one more way to do it is you can use a lighter and slightly burn it on the side, so that you get that vintage burnt effect on the sides. It won't be even, of course, your edges will not be a straight line, but it also looks nice. We can try it out some other time in my next tag video. Maybe I'll tell you how to do it with different kind of paper and the coffee staining. Okay, so you're almost done. I'm using a little more color with the sponge slightly after draining out the more liquid on the plastic sheet, so that I kind of blend the behind also, so that if you want to write, you can write a message and gift it to someone along with the book, if you're gifting a book to someone, or you can just leave it as it is, or you can draw some doodle and make it more personalized. So now I'm going to take a gauze, which I have again used color splash to color it a little bit, and I have this string, thin rope, and I'm going to use this both along with one bead to make the uh, to tie it on the top, so that it gives a good tag effect, so that when you use it in the book, you know where the bookmark is or the tag is. So this is how we pull it. It is a little thick, so it will take little time, but the bead will hold the string, so I'll give a knot in between here and there, so that you just ensure that your string is tied properly, so that it doesn't come off, and even the bead also should be tied properly along with the knot, so that it doesn't come off. So that is the whole idea. You can do it in any way which you want. You can apply you can use ribbons, you can use any other thin strings, or you can use more beads if you want. On the ends, if you want, you can attach some feathers, so that also looks nice. uh, so just I'm tying it at the end, so that the bead holds, it should not fall down, so I'm just trying to ensure that the bead is at its place. Okay, here we go, almost done. Yes, so I've used two so that it looks a little grungy and vintagey, only single string. I mean, I find this better than only a one layer of single string.